Hello debutantes! Since my house is still nice and clean from the ornament exchange yesterday, I thought I would go ahead and give you a holiday house tour of all my decor that is finally all in place. So I thought we would start with the outside of the house and work our way in. So let's get started. So here's the outside of my house. When it gets dark, I will come back out and show you all the lights. But we have these 3 deer, 2 doe, and 1 stag, and their heads move. I think the stag moves up and down and the doe move back and forth. And we have some lights on those hedges. We have lights on the bougainvillea, icicle lights. We have some lights on those hedges. And then these are my poinsettias that I purchased at Home Depot on Black Friday. They were 99 cents a piece, and you were able to purchase 12. So I purchased all 12 that I could. And all we did, we had this little bare spot right here in front of the hedge. I think it's just from edging and weed eating or whatever. It just didn't have anything in it. So my son just dug holes with post hole diggers, and we just dropped the poinsettias in the hole in their pots. So I can pull the poinsettias up when I'm ready to plant them somewhere else, because these get really tall. So I thought that was a pretty good idea. We just pop them out, pop in another annual, because it gets so hot here, everything dies. So I really enjoyed that. Then right here is my entryway where my front door is. And this iron gate, actually my mother pulled out of the garbage quite a while ago, and it's been hanging here by my front door. On the gate I have one of my tinsel garland wreaths. I think I made this 2 years ago at a craft night. It's much bigger than the one I showed in my Handmade Holidays video. And then underneath that I have a little flower box, and I have red begonias also still in the pot in the coconut fiber, whatever that is, filler. And then behind the begonias I just took tree branches that I got from the Home Depot tree lot for free. And then on my front door I actually hung my galvanized tub that I usually put on my holiday shelf. I hung it on the front door. I changed out the bow, and it is full of the free branches yet again. Then right here next to the door I have my thrifted Warm Winter Wishes wooden sign. If you remember, I picked this up because it had no snow on it. So that hangs right there by my front door. I usually have a chalkboard there. Then I have 3 more poinsettias that I just placed into a chicken wire basket on a tray. This is actually like a beverage container, but I just put a tray that fit right on top of the beverage holder, and I put more free branches, a little nativity set right there in the front, and then down here where you would keep cups or whatever, I just have 2 more begonias and some rocks we got in North Carolina, and then just some of the trunk pieces from the lot. I wanted it to smell really nice out here. So this is my entryway. So as you walk in my front door, this is the first thing you see. This is actually an antique, I don't want to say toilet because that's not proper. They used to keep the bedpan in there long ago before they had indoor plumbing, and then on top would be the pitcher with the water bowl for a wash stand. So I guess it's like an antique wash stand. It's oak. I did refinish it many years ago. It was covered in thick white paint. So on top of that I just have some thrifted lanterns that I purchased, you know, throughout my thrifting, and I just filled them with Christmas ornaments of different colors, pretty much red, gold, and white. And there are some jingle bells and some stars in there. And then I had purchased these Noel bears, I want to say for 50 cents at a yard sale last year, I believe. And then there's this mirror, which I purchased at a garage sale, I want to say 15 years ago for $2. And I just crackle finished the frame, and that hangs there all the time. And then I just made this cute little Rudolph deer head. It's actually one of the oh my heck, paper mache reindeer that I bought at Michael's. I got it with a 50% off coupon. And then all I did was decoupage book pages onto the head. I took one of my little furniture buttons and glittered it and put it for his nose, and then I glittered the antlers with espresso superfine glitter from Recollections. So that is when you walk in my front door. And then we're going to go to the left, and the first thing you see is our 9-foot Christmas tree. This has been in our home for as long, it was a birthday present because my birthday is December 10th, so I got this tree as a birthday present. It is 9 feet tall. It is just short of our roof line, and this is our family tree where we have all of our keepsake ornaments, things that the kids have made. This is the most important tree, I suppose. And then Maureen showed you my tree skirt that I made. And then lots and lots of these ornaments just have meaning. I made these ornaments, the Santas, with mops a long time ago. And I really like to have multiples of different ornaments to fill in, so I have several of those. These Santas are one of my favorites. I wish I had saved this pattern. This Santa is actually made out of dish towels that I bought at Crate and Barrel when the kids were small, and I have lots and lots of these on the tree. And then I have the original Elf on a Shelf from the 70s. These were on my grandmother's tree, and I think my parents had some, and these were my favorite things to play with. So those are just some of our ornaments on our big 9-foot tree. As you swing around to the back of my living room, I have 2 more trees, and I walk over and show you those in a moment. This is the table as you walk in, and I just have this nativity, and actually these are the surviving pieces of a nativity set that I think I broke a Wise Men or something, and it just wasn't complete. So I just saved the Holy Family, and I really like it. Sits right there. Of course, a BBW candle. Underneath, I have all of my Christmas, I want to say they're like craft books or recipe books. And then I made these Merry Christmas blocks out of 2x2s, I want to say 15 years ago. And I still like them. And then right there I just have my collection of plaid 1970s luggage, and I just like the colors and what it adds for Christmas. So we're going to swing back around. And my Craigslist couches. This pillow, I may have shown this in a video last year. My mother made this pillow for me, and she said make sure you read the back. So it took her from 1994 to 1999 to finish this stamped cross-stitch pillow. So I make sure I put it out every year. Then on this table, here is my Thanksgiving sign again, but I just took out this Thanksgiving scrapbook paper and added Christmas scrapbook paper, and I just like the black. It looks really nice. And I had showed this in a haul last year. I got right after Christmas at Goodwill. Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, so that sits right there. This little reindeer is actually a music box, and I want to say I paid $4 for him, also at a thrift store. This is the Balsam BBW candle. Here's some more Christmas books. This little pop-up book, the kids used to love to play with. It pops up, it's got a little paper, Holy Family, but it plays, I think it plays Silent Night. And our dog, Diesel, who has passed away, he actually passed away the day after Christmas, used to love this book. He would howl like crazy when the song played. And then we have The Night Before Christmas that I used to read to the kids every night, every Christmas Eve. So I love this book. And I have another thrifted baskets that is just full of the same ornaments that are in the lanterns. And then we get to the 2 trees behind the love seat. And then this is let me see if I can get rid of the glare here from the windows. This is the picture that I picked up at Kirkland's last year after Christmas. If you can see, there we go. It's the Holy Family. I want to say I paid, it was normally $70. I want to say I paid less than $15 for it at Kirkland's last year. So back to the trees. These are 7-foot skinny trees I bought at Lowe's. I want to say 10 years ago maybe. They were actually $7 a piece on clearance. I bought every single one they had. So I think I have 6 of these, but Maureen took one when she moved out. And these are just red and white and silvery and gold ornaments to kind of go with that theme. I do change these up every once in a while. And this year I just used some burlap ribbon as my garland. There's another craft night project. And I made these little birds. This I just made. This was one of the ornament exchange crafts, and after everyone left I had some left over, so I just made some of my own. This is one of those glitter ball ornaments that I showed you on Handmade Holidays, the pink one. This is just gold, and I put a rhinestone W on that. Then on our little sofa table I have my stockings all hung up because we do not have a mantle. And right here you'll see the craft projects we made at Maureen's craft night last year. This one says Jingle All the Way, and this says Merry and Bright. I love this truck. I bought it last year for $6 at a thrift store. It was a boutique thrift store, and I could not wait to put it out. And I just filled it with those little bottle brush trees from the craft store. And then I have another thrifted Christmas tree and then a vintage Santa. I'm not sure if I got this at a thrift store or a garage sale, but he's just so cute. And then we have the second 7-foot tree. And underneath here, this is actually a curtain that I thrifted, and I just cut it in half and used that as the tree skirt. Underneath is our family Christmas book. I fill that out every year with Christmas cards and what we did. And the kids really enjoy looking at that every Christmas. And then this is just the other tree. So next we'll look at what we did in the dining room. So here is the chalkboard that's in my dining room that I changed for all the holidays. I found this saying on Pinterest. My son is in the family room trying very hard not to be a butthead. Then here are the trees I showed you in the $5 Goodwill challenge on my table. And then we're going to go to the shelves. And I think last year I had vlogged about this nativity set. My mother had one when I was a child and I always liked it. And I happened to find this one at Goodwill. And I think they were like 69 cents for each piece. And it's one of my favorites. Then up on the shelf, this is the scarf I had as my table runner last year for Christmas. So I just used it on this shelf. It just needed a little pop of color. This is a bird cage that I had thrifted earlier in the year, and I just filled it full of ornaments. I think at Thanksgiving I had a pumpkin in it. Then these are the letters that we made at a craft night last year. They are two-sided. I think they say Noel on the other side, but I used peace this year. And this is one of the favorite things that I have this year. I've had this pedestal for a while, but this is like a food mill, kind of like you press the food through. I want to say a sieve. I never pronounced that correctly, but it looked like a Christmas tree. So I have one of those LED candles in there because I didn't know how good the heat would be in a contained space, even though it does have little holes. So that kind of looks like a little Christmas tree there. And then on the top shelf, I have more of my free branches that I got from Home Depot. These big wicker trees I bought at Kirkland's last year on their Christmas clearance. I think I paid $4 a piece for the large trees. And then I have, I must have bought these last year, these mercury glass ornaments. I took them out of the box and I could not remember for the life of me buying them, but I really like them. And then these deer I bought, I think I bought them at Target last year. And then the Santa is a tree topper that I got at Goodwill. So this shelf is always hard to film entirety because of the chandelier, but this is what my dining room looks like. And then of course it goes into the living room. And one of the things that I forgot to show you in my living room is the coffee table. Ignore my iPad. This is one of the jars that I thrifted. It's like, I think you get it at Target for like $4. I want to say I paid $1.50 and I filled it full of ornaments. And then this is one of the pedestals I had, and more ornaments. And this is the mandel, as Jillian calls it. I think I took the label off of it because it wasn't pretty, and I can't remember what it is. But this is one that smells like man, and I really enjoy it. And then I just made this little paper mache house. I think I showed you the unfinished house in a Hobby Lobby haul. And I just, again, used the book pages, decoupaged them on, and then I added some green paint, and I don't know if you can see, I used a super fine iridescent glitter over top, and then the top and the base did not go together very well, so I made those little Christmas lights to kind of cover that up, and then I have some super fine red glitter on the top. So this is my living room and dining room. It kind of is like an L-shaped, it's kind of like one room, so this is my holiday decorations in these rooms. So now we're going to walk into the family room from the entry hall. I have a Christmas tree right here over under the TV. Let me see if I can walk without making everybody dizzy. I have my one of my nativity sets. This is actually from Costco many years ago, and it does have a crutch. I think that's how you say it, a crutch, but it was too tall for the TV, and I really wanted to put this here. So this one is really pretty. It's porcelain, and I think it's super important to make sure that your children know why we celebrate Christmas. Although I'm all about Santa and red and white, I really try to focus on the true meaning of Christmas. I always have. I even let my kids know very young that Santa was not real and that Christmas was all about Jesus. I did not want my kids to say to me, well, you lied to me about Santa. Well, why would you make me think Jesus is real? So that was just super important that they knew Christmas was about Jesus. So anyway, back to the Christmas tree. This Christmas tree has all of my vintage mercury glass ornaments or the hand-blown ornaments. Some of them are reproductions. I do put colored lights on this tree and this crazy tinsel garland. This is kind of a ode to mine and my husband's 70s Christmas tree that we grew up with. Up top, I have one of these tree toppers. I normally put an angel or star, but I found this at a yard sale. I think it was like 50 cents, and I just thought it was perfect with my ornaments. So you can see that one is really old, and the one next to it's like a reproduction. And, you know, again, some old ones, some reproductions, but these are all of my really old or old looking ornaments that I just really love. It reminds me of my grandparents and my life growing up. So if you can't tell, I'm very nostalgic at Christmas, and we're really into family traditions and making sure that we want our children to come home for Christmas and feel loved and welcomed. So under the Christmas tree, I just have a radio flyer sled that I found at a thrift store. I think it was $2. Don't really need the sled, but I thought it was cute under this like little kid style Christmas tree. And then the tree skirt is just 2 yards of fabric that I purchased Black Friday. It was 60% off all Christmas fabric, and I really like the polka dots. I was actually going to make a bag out of that, and then I thought, wait a minute, that'll look cute with my Christmas tree. So then we go over to the couches, and I have my pillows that I made. This was a sweater pillow from last year that I made. This was just a crazy sweater. That was actually the bottom of the sweater, and I just stitched it up and threw a pillow form in there. I don't really have a lot on the walls in here. I went through all my Christmas stuff and got rid of quite a bit. And then I just have 2 more sweater pillows. This one is my absolute favorite pillow. This was a sweater, and I know several people at my church would have worn this as a sweater, but I really like it as a pillow. And then that was just one that I had made a while ago. So that is the end of our, oh wait, no, one more thing, sorry. On my pantry doors, this is how I hang up my Christmas cards. Now, I used to have louvered closet doors here, and with the louvers you could just kind of slide the card in, and it always looks so pretty on these doors. But of course now I have these panel doors. So all I did was I took some ribbon that I had. There are actually 2 different kinds of ribbon, but in the same color vein, and I actually used packing tape, which I won't be able to show you, but I just slid it up through the top of the door and I taped it on the back. I did the same thing at the bottom. And then I just made these little glitter clothespins. That is actually glue and glitter, the super fine glitter. And then this was the washi tape. And these are not the super fine clothespins. These are like a medium size. And I did buy these in the dollar section, I think at Michael's. But I know they sell these at Walmart in the office section if you can't find them. And these are really nice, a nice perfect size, and they're very sturdy. So you see I have lots of empty spaces, so I'm looking forward to receiving Christmas cards and exchanging them with you. So now that is the end of our Christmas home tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, so that is the end of the Christmas home tour. If I do anything in my kitchen, I will let you know, but right now the kitchen is just has a few little knicky-knacks, nothing major, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing my Christmas decorations. I certainly enjoyed reminiscing over some of my ornaments as I was filming and thinking about different things. I don't know if many of you know this, but my very best friend all through junior high and high school passed away when she was 36. Sorry. And one of my most precious memories of her is at my 30th birthday party, because my birthday's in December. She was standing next to my 9-foot Christmas tree, and she was actually shopping for ornaments off of my tree. She was like, oh, I want this one. Oh, I want this one. And it's one of my very most precious Christmas memories. I miss her so much. But anyway, we've gotten off track. Sorry. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. If you like this video, please thumbs it up. And please don't forget to subscribe. Merry Christmas, everyone.